As the UEFA Champions League progresses into its knockout stages, German clubs have made a notable impression, with 5 Bundesliga teams still in contention as of mid-February 2025. The compelling performances from last season, particularly the appearances of Borussia Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen in the finals of their respective tournaments, have set the stage for another exciting European campaign. This year's Champions League format has shifted to a 36-team league stage, replacing traditional group stages. This innovative structure has seen clubs like Bayer Leverkusen, VfB Stuttgart, Bayern Munich, RB Leipzig and Borussia Dortmund embark on a challenging journey, culminating in crucial playoff matches to secure their places in the knockout rounds. Bayer Leverkusen has emerged as a strong contender, clinching a direct passage to the last 16 after finishing 6th in the league phase. Under the guidance of Xabi Alonso, Leverkusen has demonstrated their attacking prowess, highlighted by a commanding 4-0 victory over Feyenoord. They also secured a hard-fought 1-0 win against AC Milan, showcasing their ability to compete with Europe's elite. However, a disappointing defeat to Liverpool and a draw with Stade Brest have raised questions about their consistency. Bayern Munich faced a rollercoaster of results, including a historic 9-2 win over Dinamo Zagreb, making them the first club to score 9 goals in a Champions League match. Yet they suffered setbacks against Aston Villa and Barcelona, leaving them to navigate a challenging playoff against Celtic, which they lead 2-1 going into the second leg. Bayern star player Harry Kane continues to impress, having recently become the first English player to score 60 goals in UEFA club competitions. Meanwhile, Borussia Dortmund has shown resilience, securing a commanding 3-0 victory against Sporting Lisbon in the first leg of their playoff, with new coach Niko Kovač at the helm. Dortmund aims to capitalize on their advantageous position and secure their spot in the round of 16. However, they will need to address recent defensive vulnerabilities, as evidenced by their inability to maintain leads against teams like Real Madrid and Barcelona. RB Leipzig struggled throughout the league phase, finishing without a single point and subsequently being eliminated. Stuttgart also faced challenges, culminating in a disappointing exit after a heavy defeat against Paris Saint-Germain, despite some promising performances earlier in the tournament against Juventus and Young Boys. Eintracht Frankfurt, on the other hand, has successfully advanced to the last 16 of the Europa League, demonstrating their capability on the continental stage. Their impressive run has included an away victory against Besiktas and a hard-fought win over Midtjylland. As German clubs continue their European journeys, the landscape remains competitive, with potential for surprises and standout performances in the knockout stages. The upcoming fixtures promise to deliver high drama as teams vie for glory and positions in the next rounds, leading to the ultimate showdown in Munich's Allianz Arena for the Champions League final on May 31, 2025. The Bundesliga's representation in European competitions is a testament to its growing stature and competitiveness on the global stage, and fans will be eagerly watching how these clubs navigate the challenges ahead. As the Premier League gears up for another thrilling matchweek, teams are bracing for crucial encounters that could redefine their seasons. With clubs jostling for position in both the upper echelons and the relegation zone, the stakes have never been higher. This weekend, fans can expect a blend of intense rivalry and strategic gameplay, highlighted by significant team news and predictions from data-driven sources. The action kicks off on Friday night as Brighton and Hove Albion hosts Chelsea at the Amex Stadium. This match is particularly poignant, coming just 6 days after Brighton knocked Chelsea out of the FA Cup in a gripping 2-1 victory. The Seagulls, currently sitting 10th in the league, are eager to capitalize on their recent success against the Blues, who are 4th and seeking to maintain their Champions League qualification hopes. Despite Brighton's recent struggles, including a devastating 7-0 loss to Nottingham Forest, they are poised to challenge Chelsea, who are on a 4-match winless streak away from home. Brighton's recent FA Cup victory has given them a psychological edge, but Chelsea has historically fared well against them in league play, winning their last 3 encounters. According to the Opta supercomputer, Chelsea is slightly favored in this matchup, projected to have a 41.1% chance of victory, while Brighton sits at 33.8%. Both teams will be without key players, and the tactical decisions made by their respective managers will be critical in determining the outcome. Moving into Saturday's fixtures, Arsenal will travel to face Leicester City, who find themselves in dire straits at the bottom of the table. Arsenal, with a 69.8% chance of winning according to predictions, has dominated matches against relegation-threatened teams in recent years, winning 21 of their last 25 encounters. Leicester, under pressure to perform, have only amassed 4 points since Ruud van Nistelrooy took charge, making their task even more daunting. On the other hand, Manchester City looks to recover from a damaging defeat as they host Newcastle United. City has a strong historical record against the Magpies, losing just one of their last 34 league clashes. The supercomputer gives City a 49% chance to win, while Newcastle's away form could challenge that prediction, highlighting the unpredictability of the league this season. Sunday will see Liverpool, currently leading the table, taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers at Anfield. With an overwhelming 81.8% chance of victory, the Reds aim to solidify their position at the top. Cody Gakpo, who has been in scintillating form, could become the fourth Liverpool player to score in 7 consecutive home league matches, adding to the narrative of Liverpool's formidable attack. The week will wrap up with a clash between Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United, both of whom find themselves underperforming compared to pre-season expectations. With Spurs slightly favored at 39.8% over United's 35.7%, the match serves as a potential turning point for either side. Both teams have struggled to maintain consistency, and the outcome could significantly impact their respective campaigns. The Premier League remains a hotbed of competition as teams fight not just for points but for pride in survival. With the Opta supercomputer's predictions providing a data-driven lens on these matchups, fans can anticipate a weekend filled with drama and excitement. As teams navigate this pivotal phase of the season, each match could alter the landscape of the league, setting the stage for what promises to be an exhilarating conclusion to the 2024-25 campaign. In the world of Serie A, where financial stability and competitive performance are paramount, rumors can often spiral into significant concerns for clubs. Recently, speculation surrounding Inter Milan's ability to register for the league due to financial issues has drawn considerable attention. However, Marco Bellinazzo, a respected Italian football finance expert, has stepped forward to dispel these claims, characterizing them as unfounded. Speaking on the Italian broadcaster Tele Lombardia, Bellinazzo asserted that there is no substantial evidence to support the notion that Inter Milan is facing registration difficulties. In my opinion, there's nothing to suggest that Inter would be unable to register for Serie A, he stated firmly. While acknowledging that the club has experienced financial difficulties, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, he emphasized that their situation has significantly improved in recent years. Inter has consistently registered for Serie A each season, and their financial strategy has allowed them to cover approximately 90% of their losses through emergency legislation enacted during the pandemic. Bellinazzo highlighted that Inter Milan is not on the verge of liquidation, a claim that has been bandied about in various circles. If we look at Inter's assets and the parameters for debt, wage bills and registration, they've respected them, he explained. Furthermore, he noted that Inter is adhering to a settlement agreement with UEFA which requires clubs to manage their finances responsibly. According to Bellinazzo, the new UEFA regulations, which dictate that clubs should not spend more than 70% of their revenues on player wages and transfers, will also be respected by Inter by 2024, with their current expenditure sitting at around 60%. As the Serie A season progresses, the pressure mounts on clubs, especially those like Inter Milan, who are under the spotlight for their performance and financial management. The narrative of Inter's supposed struggles comes at a time when the club is gearing up for a critical match against Napoli, further intensifying discussions about their status in the league. Behind the scenes, Inter executives have expressed frustration with the media's portrayal of their situation, labeling the narrative as exaggerated. In a separate but equally compelling storyline, Juventus has welcomed Randal Kolo Muani to their ranks, a transfer that appears to be revitalizing the player's career. After a disappointing stint at Paris Saint-Germain where he scored only 2 goals in the first half of the season, Kolo Muani has quickly found his footing in Serie A. Since his loan move to Juventus, he has netted 5 goals in 4 matches, showcasing his potential to be a pivotal player for the touring club. Kolo Muani's swift adaptation underscores the differences in playing styles between League One and Serie A, with Juventus providing him with the opportunities he craved. "I had to get playing time, I need it. I like being on the field as does any player," he remarked, expressing his satisfaction with his current situation. His arrival has injected new life into Juventus's attacking lineup, where he joins other talents like Dusan Blahovic and Tim Weah. As the Serie A title race heats up, teams are keenly aware that each match could be season-defining. Lazio, currently vying for a top 4 finish, is set to face Napoli, who are leading the league. Both clubs come into the match with strong performances in recent weeks, but they also carry the weight of previous encounters that could influence the outcome. Lazio's recent victory over Monza has bolstered their confidence, but a history of struggles against Napoli looms large. Amidst the competitive landscape, Inter Milan has expressed annoyance over the media's narrative that they must win against Napoli. This sentiment reflects the broader pressure on all major clubs, each aiming to prove their mettle in a league that is known for its unpredictability and fierce competition. In conclusion, as Serie A navigates through this pivotal phase of the season, the interplay between financial stability, player performance, and the ever-present media scrutiny will undoubtedly shape the narratives surrounding the clubs. Both Inter Milan and Juventus are at critical junctures, with their fortunes hinging on their performances in the coming weeks. The outcomes may redefine their trajectories not only for this season but also for the future as they continue to build their legacies in one of the world's most storied football leagues.